Let's pay homage to the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. I will pay respect to the Buddha, reciting one of the stanza. Buddha Bodhaya Diti Jantoyo Dhammataya Sa Dhammataya Tanto Dhammantino Vadranaya Sa Nibuddho Nibbanataya Tan Lokatrananami Lokatrano Lokatumai Kozaya Tasu Pito Mudo Yo Nago Buddha Naga Miro Yadiya Sindi Atutachin Yaswa Pyadi Buddha Tisali Kurorai Toten Timendo Muvi Pyue Bodhaya Sa Chatai Tadu Bolu Rokutu Tenlin Tija Bazi Jinchu Ngalegao Tanto Kuroga Bin Chiro Muvi Pyue Dhammataya Sa Chatai Tadu Bolu Rokutu Mayin Yin Chijazi Chen Ngalegao Tanto Kuranga Bin Kilita Uku Kate Inyendo Muvi Pyue Dhammataya Sa Chatai Tadu Bolu Rokutu Mayin Kilita Punyin Bazi Chen Ngalegao Dino Vatandayana Wangachango Kutan Tocha Kurora Yapi Pyue Balien Dharanaya Sakura Tatu Chatai Turu Negutawan Havekando Kutan Tocha Yavjavazi Jinchu Ngalegao Nibuddho Kilita Pranibhan Winsan Yote Kurora Inyendo Muvi Pyue Nibbanataya Sakura Tatu Vene Luroku Kate Nyinja Bazi Jinchu Ngalegao Dhamman Nizin Lina Dhammasako Iti Di Gruna Shita Mita Pye Hojaro Mukhe Babi Lokatrana Lokatumai Kozaya Tasu Pito Mudo Tanaga Buddha Naga Miro Yadiya Sindi Atutatu Myaswa Pyago Nami Namami Kuno Nalong Tong Song Pyang Pyo Nangu Shoye Gadom Yanu Leso Mo Yue Shiko Nyopai Myaswa Pya Myaswa Pya Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. I'm going to continue the talk for those who want to see the Buddha. I have explained briefly how to see the Buddha. Starting from today on, I'm going to explain more detail to see the Buddha, to realize Nibbana. As I have told all of you, quoting the words of the Buddha, what the Buddha said, Yo Dhamman Pasati, Soman Pasati, Soman Pasati, Yo Dhamman, Yo Man Pasati, So Dhamman Pasati. The one who sees the Dhamma sees me. The one who sees me sees the Dhamma. So to know and to see, or to see the Buddha, we must see the Dhamma. Only when we become the ones who see the Dhamma, we will see the Buddha. Anytime, anywhere, it is possible to see the Buddha. As I have told all of you, to see the Buddha, we must see the Dhamma. That to see the Dhamma, we must know the Four Noble Truths. Without knowing and seeing the Four Noble Truths, no one can see the Buddha. To know and to see the Four Noble Truths, Buddha taught the way leading to Nibbana. It is Eightfold Noble Path. If we summarize the Eightfold Noble Path, we can summarize them into 3 trainings. The training of morality, the training of insight, and the training of concentration, and the training of insight. This is the 3 training. The 3 training that we need to engage, practicing, until to see the Dhamma and to see the Buddha. So to explain this talk in detail, I want to start from why do we need to practice the training of morality. As we are ordained person, as you are, many of you are ordained person, also many of you are meditators, those who are practicing the 3 trainings should know the purpose of each training. What is the purpose of practicing the first training, the training of morality? I believe many of you understand, or many of you know the purpose of practicing the training of morality. Anyway, let me repeat them. Before repeating, let me ask you again. What is the purpose of practicing the first training, the training of morality? The purpose of practicing the training of morality is to purify 2 actions among 3. In our daily life, we do 3 actions. Sometimes I ask not only local people but also foreigners, how many actions are you doing a day? Or they give me an answer, a lot of actions we are doing. Really? Yes, we are doing a lot of actions. Actually, there are only 3 actions we are doing in our daily life, since we born until we die. Not many, just 3. What are they? They are bodily action, verbally action, and mentally action. These are the 3 actions that we are doing in our daily life, or we are doing these 3 actions since we were born up till we die. And we will continue in the rounds of rebirth if we can't make an end of suffering in this very life. Being born as humans, we did 3 actions. Unfortunately, being born as animals, we do 3 actions. Fortunately, we are going to be reborn in a devil realm. We are going to do 3 actions only, not many. So, the purpose of practicing morality, the training of morality, is to guard our bodily action and verbally actions. In other words, to purify our bodily actions and verbal actions. When I ask people, suppose if you practice the training of morality, what gain, what result, what is the result that you can get it from? By practicing the by practicing the training of morality, they say they can purify the mind. And then I told them, explaining the 5 precepts. Suppose if someone practices the training of morality, observing 5 precepts. The first one, they refrain from killing. What is that action? Killing. Bodily, wrong action. If we refrain from killing, we refrain from bodily, wrong actions. What is stealing? Bodily, wrong action. What is committing sexual misconduct? Bodily, wrong action. What is refraining from telling lies? Verbal, wrong actions. What is taking intoxicants? What is refraining from taking intoxicants? What? Both bodily and verbal action. Really? Why? You take with your hand. That's why? Is it bodily action? And then you drink. Because of this, is it verbal action? Yeah, many people say, oh, bodily actions. Oh, also verbal actions. Oh, also mental actions. So whenever I ask the last one, refraining from taking intoxicants. I see no much people, those who can give the right answer. Not only the lay people, but also the ordained persons, they can't give the answer correctly sometimes. So the purpose of practicing or refraining from taking intoxicants, it is not bodily wrong actions, it is not verbally wrong actions. When people do killing, at that time, there must be external person, an external one. He or she kill to someone. When someone is going to steal, is going to steal someone's possession, what is not given. So there must be an external thing. When someone is going to commit sexual misconduct towards someone, there must be external person. When someone is going to tell lies towards someone, when you are going to take intoxicant, are you doing some actions towards someone? Directly not. But because of taking intoxicants, when you are very drunk, at that time you are very easy to do killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, and telling lies. Because of this reason, taking intoxicant is not the bodily wrong action and verbally wrong actions. It is just the cause of negligence, the basics of negligence. So now you see, if we practice, or if we observe 5 precepts, we purify 2 actions, bodily and verbal actions. Suppose when you are observing 5 precepts, mosquitoes, those who like living in the Pa-Auk forest, so they come and sit on our body. At that time, sometime we forgot, suppose we forgot, and then we want to kill. Sometimes we raise our hand and then we remember, oh, I am practicing morality, I should not do. So you drop your hand. Now you see, even though you don't kill, the desire to kill may arise in your mind. Because of this reason, by practicing the training of morality, we cannot purify our mental action. We observe we don't steal. Maybe sometime we may desire to steal. We observe we don't commit sexual misconduct. Maybe sometime there may be a desire. We refrain from telling lies. Sometimes there may be a desire. But you don't do bodily and verbally because you know that you're practicing the training of morality. That's why you don't do bodily and verbal wrong actions. But mentally not yet pure. The more we practice the training of morality, the more we come to know our bodily and verbal actions become purer and purer day by day. The more we notice the purity of bodily and verbal actions, what actions become clear to our mind, which is not yet pure. Mental actions. Because you notice your bodily and verbal actions become very fine, very pure. At that time, you come to know, or you notice easily the impurity of your mental action. That's why through practicing the first training, the training of morality, we cannot make for the purity of mind. The more we practice the training of morality, the more we come to know the purity of bodily and verbal actions. The more we practice the training of morality, the more we come to know the impurity of our mental actions. Because of this reason, those who think about the purity, which is the most important one, the purity of mind or the purity of bodily and verbal actions? Mind. Not because of purity of body we purify, we are purified. Just because of purity of mind, we become the one who is purified. So because of this reason, the purity of mind is the most important one. Because of this reason, those who want to improve, those who want to develop the purity of mind, they are not satisfied just with the training of morality. They want to develop the purity of mind. For that reason, for those who want to develop the purity of mind, Buddha continued the second training, the training of concentration. What do you think? Without having purified, without purification of bodily and verbal actions, or in other words, without practicing the training of morality, can we practice the training of concentration? Impossible. Even when we study school lessons, at the time, to study well, we need concentration. If our bodily and verbal action is impure, at the time, how can we study even the school lessons? That's why even to study the school lessons, we need concentration. For that, we also need the purity of bodily and verbal actions at that time. So, for the purity of mind, through practicing meditation is more superior. Without practicing the training of morality, we cannot develop the training, we cannot develop concentration, we cannot successfully practice the training of concentration. As I told all of you, when we come to know impurity of mind, even though we notice the purity of bodily and verbal actions, we are not satisfied with just the training of morality. Here what I want to say more is layperson, those who practice 5 precepts. It is also for the purity of bodily and verbal actions. Ordained persons, those who practice 10 precepts, nuns, also just for the purity of bodily and verbal actions. Those who are bhikkhu and bhikkhuni, those who practice 227 and more, even though they practice a lot number of morality, it is also just for the purity of bodily and verbal actions. So, for the purity of mind, for those who want to develop the purity of mind, Buddha taught the training of concentration. This is the purpose of practicing, the first purpose of practicing the training of concentration. Another reason why we need to practice the training of concentration, as I have told all of you often, again and again, the words of the Buddha. Samadhi bhikkhui bhavita smarito bhikkhui bhikkhu yatha buddha pajanati. Bhikkhus develop concentration. The one who is concentrated will know, will see the truth as they really are. So to know and to see the truth as they really are, Buddha said, bhikkhus develop concentration. The one who is concentrated knows and sees things as they really are. So another purpose of practicing meditation is to know, to see the truth, or the Four Noble Truths, or to see the Buddha. So without having developed concentration, we cannot know, we cannot see the Four Noble Truths. If you can't know, if you can't see the Four Noble Truths, we can't know, we can't see the Dhamma. If you can't see the Dhamma, we can't see the Buddha. How much we try, how long you try without having developed concentration, you can't expect to see the Buddha. Not only in this very life, but also in the future without concentration. In the future, if you are going to practice without developing concentration, as you are the one who engage practicing meditation without having intention to develop concentration, in the future too, you may incline not to practice concentration again. Possible. So because of this reason, some say, to develop concentration, it is very difficult. To develop one-pointed mind is very, very difficult. So we don't want to develop concentration. We want to practice insight meditation directly. Some they complain. But I want to encourage all of you, even though it is difficult, don't give up. Please carry on developing concentration as much as you can to fulfill the Bharami and to realize the Dhamma in this very life or in the future. Anyway, those who want to practice the insight meditation directly, also we teach insight meditation directly too, but the way the Buddha taught. Don't ask me the way the Buddha didn't teach. I can't teach the way the Buddha didn't teach. I can teach only the way what the Buddha teach. If you want to be the one who practice vipassana after developing concentration, I will teach the way the Buddha taught. Or if you want to practice insight meditation directly, also I will teach you the way the Buddha taught, starting from 4 elements meditation. So if you want to practice insight meditation, you can tell me, you can ask me, I will teach you 4 elements directly for the realization of the Dhamma as the pure insight meditator. So now you all understand the purpose of practicing the second training. The first one is for the purity of mind. The second one is to know and to see the truth. We can say to know and to see the Dhamma, we need concentration. Another way we can say to see the Buddha, we must develop concentration. At least excess concentration or absorption concentration. But here, you must understand clearly. Buddha taught the second training, the training of concentration, for the purity of mind, but not permanently, just temporarily only. Those who can enter absorption jhana concentration, they understand well. If they can enter the absorption jhana concentration for 1 hour, for 2 hours, or for 3 hours continuously, their mind is pure. For 1 hour, or for 2 hours, or 3 hours. After emerging from the jhana concentration, absorption concentration, if they pay attention this and that unwisely at the time, unwholesome states of mind will arise again. That's why the purity of mind is developed just temporarily through the training of concentration. So the more we practice the training of concentration, the more we come to know. Even though we can develop purity of the mind for 1 hour, 2 hours, it is not permanently. It is just temporarily only. For that reason, for those who want the purity of mind completely, permanently, just the first training and the second training, the training of morality and the training of concentration is not enough for them. So they are not satisfied with just practicing these 2 trainings, the training of morality and the training of insight. They want to remove, or they want to make their mind pure, completely, step by step. For that reason, the Buddha taught the third training, the training of insight. Only through practicing the training of insight, based on the training of concentration and the training of morality, when the insight knowledge matures, at that time, path knowledge will arise, taking Nibbana as object. When the path knowledge arises, the first path knowledge arises at that time. The first path knowledge remove 3 types, 3 fetters. Personality view, Sakkaya Ditthi, Vijikiccha, doubt. Silabata Brahmasa, attachment to rite and rituals. These three fetters are completely removed from your mind with the attainment of the path knowledge. Recently, one Westerner came here and he came and see me asking the way of practicing. And I asked him, why do you want to practice meditation? He told me he wanted to be a newly born person. Very good answer. He wanted to be a newly born person. Yes, yes. With the attainment of path and fruition, your heart become a new one. At that time, you will become a new person. You will be born as a new one again. Don't you want to be a newly born person again? Yes, with a new heart and with an old body. Very, very good. When you attain first path and fruition knowledge, like you carry before, you attain first path and fruition knowledge, or before you attain path knowledge, as if you are carrying a very heavy burden. And then the path knowledge remove three types of fetters. So your heart become lighter. No more Sakkaya Ditthi, personality view. No more doubt on Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Karma and its result, past, present, future. No attachment at all to any rites and rituals. He or she doesn't believe that through following other training, which is not the Eightfold Noble Path, it can lead to Nibbana. He has no idea. Now you see, his heart become a new heart. He feels light, not as heavy as before. Good? Good or not? Very, very good. So you must try, you must practice these three training to be born as a newly person. So if you attain second path and fruition, you carry lighter and lighter. When you attain third path and fruition knowledge, you have no more anger. You have no more sexual desire. How good. Very, very great. You become lighter and lighter. You don't need to carry very big, serious burden. So because of this reason, attainment of the path and fruition knowledge is our goal for practicing meditation. In other words, we must say that the purpose of practicing meditation is to make a new heart and to make suffering reduce more and more, and to live peacefully, happily, taking Nibbana as object. When you attain fourth path and fruition knowledge, no more heaviness. So you carry very, very light things because your heart becomes very light at that time. That's why even with the attainment of the first part and fruition knowledge at that time, you will understand the difference between the heart you possess before and the heart you possess at that time. Okay? So for the purity of mind, completely, permanently, step by step, the Buddha taught the third training of insight meditation. Now I explained all of you the purpose of practicing the three trainings, the training of morality, the training of concentration, and the training of insight. Now I will explain the purpose of practicing the three trainings from another point of view. We all have defilements, kilesa. Defilements can be classified into three stages. Do you know what they are? The defilements can be classified into three stages. In Pali, Anusaya Kilesa, Priyuttana Kilesa, and Vitekama Kilesa. What are they? Anusaya Kilesa. The dormant stage. In that stage, it lies hidden. It lies hidden. Second one, Priyuttana. The stage of dominating mentally before bodily, verbally, wrong actions are done. They translate this the stage of obsession, but I don't like that translation. Do you like it? I changed it. The stage of dominating mentally. Suppose if you are possessed, if you are suddenly possessed by the jealousy, at that time it is the stage of dominating mentally. If you are angry, if you are feeling proud of yourself, at the time you are possessed by the overwhelming pride or anger. It is the stage of dominating mentally before you are going to commit bodily or other wrong actions. It is Priyuttana. The third one, it is Vitekama, the stage of transgression. In that stage, people do bodily, verbally wrong actions. The purpose of practicing the three trainings. If you practice the training of morality, what benefit can we get from? If we practice the training of morality, we refrain from bodily and verbal wrong actions. Because of this reason, the stage of transgression, vitakama kilesa, will not arise. This is the purpose of practicing the first training. Not to do any bodily and verbal actions, or not to let the stage of transgression arise or overwhelm you. So if we don't practice the training of morality, we can't expect to temporarily remove vitakama kilesa, which force us to do bodily and verbal wrong actions. If you don't practice the training of concentration, we can't remove temporarily the second type of kilesa, priyuttana kilesa, the stage of dominating mentally. So if we don't practice the training of morality, or if we can't enter absorption, jhana, concentration, our mind inclined thinking about this and that, mostly what we enjoy, what we delight, what we appreciate. They are mostly sensuality. Because of this reason, impurity of mind, or the priyuttana kilesa, the kilesa that dominant mentally because of having no engaging the training of concentration. That's why the purpose of practicing the training of concentration, it can remove the defilements, the defilements which can come up to the surface of the mind, and we are possessed by those defilements. Our mind is impure, and we suffer for this. So by practicing the second training, we can remove temporarily the second type of kilesa, priyuttana kilesa. And then if we continue the third training, the training of insight, it can remove the latent defilements completely, step by step, without remainder. Here, some, they ask, what does the path knowledge remove? What does the path knowledge remove? The path knowledge removes latent defilements. Not the past, not the present, not the future. We must say that the path knowledge removes just latent defilements. Because of this reason, if we practice the three trainings, first, the training of the morality can remove the defilements that can cause us do bodily and verbally wrong actions temporarily. So for about the second training and the third training, also you understand as I have explained all of you. So that's why if you don't practice the training of morality, it cannot remove vitakama kilesa. If you don't practice the training of concentration, it cannot remove temporarily priyuttana kilesa. And if you don't practice the training of insight meditation, we can't remove latent defilements. That's why without the first training, it is impossible to practice the second training. Without the first and the second training, it is impossible to continue the third training. We all need to practice step by step, systematically. I heard that there are questions. I should stop my Dhamma talk here. I will continue next Sunday explaining more detail. Today is just introduction.
The first question. This question is from last week's Dhamma talk. It says, Venerable Devadatta had concentration and psychic power. Now he
Please repeat.
Venerable Devadatta had concentration and psychic power. Now he is in Acharya. What are the reasons for him to take birth there?
Because of committing weighty karma. He tried to kill the Buddha. Also he do schism among the Sangha. He drew the bloods of the Arahants. Because of this reason, he had committed weighty karma that no one can prevent him from falling to the great hell. For those who had committed weighty karma or heavy karma, such as matricide, during the blood of the Arahant, doing schism among the Sangha, killing the Arahant. They cannot. Or nobody can prevent them from falling to the hell, mainly great hell. This is the karma that caused him suffer in the great hell until now.
Okay, next question. The Buddha is perfect in concentration and wisdom. The Buddha practiced meditation every day, millions of times. May Sayadaw explain why did the Buddha practice meditation that many times, often, every day?
Before talking about the Buddha, let me ask you, those who could practice meditation well, why do you practice meditation every day? Questioner? To whom are you looking at? I'm asking you, why do you practice meditation every day?
It keeps my mind calm and I like to meditate.
Buddha is an Arahant. But whose Arahant path and fruition knowledge associated with omniscient knowledge. For about the Arahant, their abiding place, all the time what they are seeing is arising and perishing of ultimate reality. All the time they are seeing arising and perishing of ultimate reality. They don't see us. They see us as just arising and perishing of ultimate reality. Only when they want to see the concept, they need to change their mind to see the concept. Now for all of us, to see the ultimate reality, we all need to make much effort, right? To see the concept is our dwelling place. But for all the Arahants, their dwelling place is arising and perishing of the ultimate mentality, materiality, cause and their effects all the time. That's why they have done what they should have been done. Nothing need to be done anymore. As they are seeing all the time arising and perishing of the ultimate reality, they want to enter fruition knowledge where there is no arising and perishing, where there is no trace of arising and perishing of the ultimate reality, just peace. Because of this reason, they enter Arhat fruition knowledge, or they enter the cessation, Nirodha Samapatti. Anytime they want, they can enter fruition. It is a place they take rest, waiting their last moment. For about the Buddha, every early morning before dawn, he practiced Mahakaruna Samapatti. Attainment of, he practiced compassion. Surveying to whom I should teach, I must teach the Dhamma today. It is what he did every early morning before dawn. Also, Buddha did practice many other meditation too. So in the text it is explained, even for those who attain Sotapanna, even though sometimes they are heedless. Heedless means there is a cow, or there is a mother who is taking care of his son or daughter. Even though she is taking care of her son and daughter, he or she doesn't forget to do hard things too. The reason is they have attained unshakable faith and they can enter fruition knowledge the time they want. That's why, even though they are busy doing with many other things, they don't forget to practice their meditation, where they can experience real happiness. Even for the first noble person, they have their abiding place where they can rest peacefully, entering fruition knowledge. That's why those who have attained higher attainments such as Arahant and Buddha, how much they spend practicing their attainment.
Okay, next question. Among Alopa, Adosa, Saddha, Metta, Karuna, and Samadhi, which one arises first in our bodhisattva?
In our bodhisattva, which one arises first?
When he decided Paramatta Parami.
What is Paramatta Parami? Parami, Upa Parami, and Paramatta Parami. Parami is just normal one. Upa Parami and Paramatta Parami. So to be a Buddha, we all need to fulfill these 30 types of Parami, not only 10. Okay? Parami, Upa Parami, and Paramatta Parami. To be a Buddha, there are 3 types of bodhisattva. Those who make an aspiration to be a Buddha based on viriya, based on saddha, based on panya. Which one are you going to be? based on it, it will be different, I think. If you want to be Panyatika, Viriyatika, and Saddhatika, based on your aspiration, it will be different.
For one who practices Vedana Nupassana, is it true that he can develop a lot of wisdom in daily life?
Wisdom is with those who could practice the training of concentration, the training of insight. Without wisdom, no one can practice successfully the training of concentration. So without wisdom, no one can practice the training of insight. That's why they are all the time with them. Only the difference is whose wisdom is sharper. It depends on their concentration and parami. We cannot say definitely individually.
Following this, there's also this question on Vedana Nupassana belongs to Anapanasati or four great elements.
Vedana is contemplating the mentality. Okay? That's why it is contemplating on the feeling, emphasizing on the feeling, but it is not on the materiality. It is mentality.
Next question. How does a monk study Pitaka in Myanmar?
How does
A monk study Pitaka in Myanmar?
in Myanmar language or Myanmar country?
I think it's in Myanmar country.
Maybe you should join the Buddhist school and learn step by step. Only then you will know, I think. How can you understand if I explain now?
This question is a bit long.
One page.
A page for one question. I will speak slowly. In last week's Dhamma talk, Bhante said that mentality arises based on the heart
Heart-based materiality.
and not the brain.
Yes.
However, it is not only Western science that believes mentality arises in the brain. Many great philosophers from many different cultures throughout history, even before the Buddha's time, have also believed that mentality arises in the brain. In common speech and writing, in many cultures throughout history, we can find people may use heart as symbolic of emotional feelings, but usually hate as symbolic of the intellect of thinking. The question here is, in Bhante's opinion, if mentality arises based on the heart, what has led so many people from different cultures throughout history all to independently come to the same wrong conclusion that mentality arises in the brain?
Buddha said, I don't argue with the world. I don't argue with this world, but this world, just only this world, argue with me. Because he doesn't need to argue with anybody. He knew the reality. Not just by thinking. Philosophers, they are thinkers. Okay? They don't know with their inside knowledge. Just by thinking, they make many formula, I think. So, theory, yes, that's why we don't need to argue with them. But what I want to say, fortunately, if they can come and practice here, they will agree with the Buddha that mentality arises not in the brain, in their bhavanga, which arises based on heart-based materiality. So one of the Westerner who had successfully practiced mentality meditation, he told me, "Oh, we wrongly think that mentality arises in the brain. Not at all. Just in the bhavanga, which arises based on heart-based materiality." So after developing concentration, this is what you can practically understand, what you can practically analyze. Also, after they have successfully practiced mentality in their bhavanga, mind door, analyzing each of them, we suggested them to discern mentality in their brain. They don't see any trace of mentality in their brain, they just see the arising and perishing of ultimate materiality only. The question, I encourage you, please develop concentration. I will teach you which is right and wrong.
Okay, Bante, next question. This one is shorter. Bante sometimes acknowledges us not to act or react when we have emotional feelings. Does this mean that it is better to act based on our thinking and intellect?
When we have emotional feeling, at that time if we are going to do something is going to be, what we are going to do is not a proper one. It will be wrong actions because of emotional feeling. If someone is possessed by, or if someone is ruled by emotion, at that time they should stop doing, acting, speaking. They should stop at that time. Better they should keep silent until their mind become normal. When we have emotional feeling, at that time, no mindfulness, no panya. Only when the mind is calm at that time, we become aware of what we should say, what we shouldn't. Otherwise, we may do something wrong, and for the unhappiness for oneself and others.
Following this, according to the Abhidhamma, according to the Abhidhamma, both emotional and intellectual responses are just mind-off mental processes. Could Bante therefore explain, from the point of view of ultimate reality, what is the difference between an emotional response and an intellectual response?
One is led by defilements, another is led by wisdom and mindfulness.
Is emotional and intellectual response always necessarily, which one is more wholesome than comparing the two? Which one is more wholesome?
The one led by wisdom is wholesome. The one led by emotion, defilements, is unwholesome.
And in Bante's opinion, can emotions ever be helpful or wholesome?
It is unwholesome. Somehow, you can't expect not to have any emotional feeling, a person with defilements. That's why we must accept it. But we must learn to improve, accepting without participating. If we participate with them, we become a slave. Slaves of the environment. That's why we must accept them, but without participating. Only then we can improve from what is our weakness.
In the last Dhamma talk, Bhante said, without concentration, wisdom does not arise. Without wisdom, concentration doesn't arise. At that time, I understood that concentration means absorption concentration and not excess concentration. Wisdom means path-version knowledge, not general wisdom. Is this right?
Yes. And wisdom?
Wisdom means path-version knowledge.
Or not only this. For about wisdom, mundane insight knowledge and supramundane insight knowledge both can be counted.
So does it mean if we could attain absorption concentration, we could necessarily attain path-version knowledge?
Please repeat.
If we could attain absorption concentration, does it necessarily mean that we can attain path-version knowledge?
Like Devadatta, who attain absorption, not only absorption, just absorption, supernatural power, but the one who hold the wrong view because of conceit and pride, because of ego. So, kusala, wholesome, can be the cause of unwholesome if we have unwise attention. That's why, not just by attaining, not because we attain absorption concentration, we are going to attain path knowledge. We must maintain our concentration, and we must follow the righteous way based on the concentration. Only then we can expect the attainment of path and fruition.
In modern times, only a few meditators attain absorption concentration. What do you think is the reason?
Because of Bharani. In the Ramsari, but they are very lazy to practice meditation. In this very life too, they are lazy to. If we want to know about mentality, it is what you can practically discern, analyze whether mentality arises in the brain or not after you develop concentration. Those who had done practically, they understood very well that mentality doesn't arise in the brain. They just see the materiality which are arising and perishing rapidly all the time there. There is no trace of mentality there. Oh yes, they have their function, but this is from their point of view. But if we talk about from the ultimate point of view, to know and to see the Dhamma as they really are, we need to know the ultimate truth. From the conventional point of view, they may do their function, but from the ultimate point of view, all the parts of the body are just small particles. So Buddha said there is no man, there is no woman. There is only ultimate mentality and materiality. So to know and to see the Dhamma, to know and to see the Buddha, to know and to see the Nibbana, we must know ultimate mentality and materiality. We are talking about from this point of view.
Just one clarification on the question. Can excess concentration lead to path-friction knowledge?
Whichever concentration, whether absorption or excess concentration, after developing that concentration, if they continue practice following the words of the Buddha step by step, and if they have past parami and present effort, they may attain path and fruition knowledge.
Somebody asked me to ask Bhante this question. There are some people who finish this course. Some people proclaim themselves they are attained. So is it possibly they can proclaim themselves? How do you think?
For about the bhikkhus, they have bhikkhus rules. Because of this reason, even though they have attained, they will not say to any lay people and to novices too. But if necessary, for the benefit of fellow bhikkhus, at the right time, they may say, not for the purpose of boasting, just for providing, supporting the teachings of the Buddha, and for the motivation for the listeners, those who are longing to hear through practicing this training. Is it really that one can attain path and fruition knowledge? If necessary, not at all, but at the right time. But for lay people, I don't know what is their purpose of telling. Actually, what I want to share all of you, those who attain path and fruition, they have contentment. If it is not necessary, if it is not the right thing to do, they may not do it. Better those who attain, if they keep quiet, it is better. If they are telling to him or her, to this person or that person, again and again, we should consider, why? Is it really?
Bhante, this question also related to the path knowledge. Bhante, without eradicating ordinary jhana quality, can one attain path knowledge?
Without removing puddhu-jana quality, can someone attain path knowledge? Only with the attainment of path and fruition knowledge, it removes the puddhu-jana bad quality.
Next question, Bhante. The Lord Buddha had told that there are two anapanasati. One is Arya and the other is Arya. Arya. Could Bhante explain this briefly?
I don't get the question.
There are two anapanasati.
Anapanasati. Two anapanasati.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Here it says one is Arya and the other is Anaya.
Anarya, not Arya.
Verse may be wrong, Bhante.
No, yes. Must. I think I don't understand the words he used.
That should be Bhante Arya Anapanasati and Anarya Anapanasati.
I don't know that one.
I think this question need to read quite long. By following the Buddha's way of meditation as taught by Pa-Auk, many yogis have got very powerful concentration, and many of them have completed the course. Some of them have even become teachers. But none of them seems to have entered the path.
None of them?
Entered the path.
Seem to have entered the path.
Seem to have.
Seem to have attained path and vision.
Means have not attained path and knowledge. I think this is what the question asks. Why is it that so few, if any at all, have entered the path despite
Or
the
entered the
meditation
path.
system? Is it because the system is not perfect?
Who knows that who is noble person and who is not? Okay. So
While following this Bhante, there is also this question. Are there anyone living in Pa-Auk Meditation Center at present who have entered the path? Yes. Then why are they in hiding?
hiding. So it is it is explained. It is explained in the commentary. There was one bhikkhu who ordained when he was old, and then he followed one Mahatera. One day he asked a question: how can we know who is an Arahant? So the one who he is following is an Arahant. But the Arahant, he gave an answer. Even the one who is an attendant following an Arahant didn't know that he is following an Arahant. So how can people know that who attained path knowledge and who hasn't attained path knowledge? Only just by looking the external appearance, they cannot understand. That's why Buddha said, the one who knows knows who knows. The one who doesn't know knows who knows. The one who knows, who knows. The one who doesn't know, who knows. Do you get it? Who knows, knows who knows. Understand? Who doesn't know, knows who knows. I repeat. Who knows, knows who knows. Who knows, knows who doesn't know. Who doesn't know, knows who doesn't know. Who doesn't know, knows who knows. And who doesn't know who knows. That's why only who knows who knows, and who doesn't know doesn't knows who knows. Yeah?
No need to know anyone.
No need to know anyone.
Yeah, no need to know anyone.
No need to know.
Business to know.
Or yes, to know who is noble person, you must be the one who knows. Only who attain part knowledge, he will understand who has attained part knowledge. But not just by looking, by discussing through their attainment. If they talk about their Dhamma, they understand how to enter fruition knowledge. Because of this reason, those who don't know who knows.
Okay, Bhante, this one is also about Puthujjana. Dear Bhante, the person who has bodily, verbally and mentally wrong action, is he called ordinary or Puthujjana?
Who did bodily, verbally, mentally wrong actions?
What do we call this person?
Only what we need to consider are noble persons and ordinary person. The difference between ordinary persons and the first noble person. The one who attained first path and fruition knowledge, he will never break, or she will never break 5 precepts. So he will not do bodily wrong actions. He will not do bodily, verbally wrong actions. He will not tell lies. He will not do killing, stealing, sexual misconduct. And he will not do telling lies, backbiting, useless talk. So all these has been removed by his path knowledge. That's why those who stay doing this, they are called Puthujjana.
Next question. Bhante once returner, what does the word return means?
Once returner,
What does the word return means?
he returned to the sensual world once again. I can hear.
But they cannot hear.
If a person creates suffering for others. Okay? Can you hear? If a person creates suffering for others, but is not apologetic about it, and is also not empathetic, this person doesn't change his or her behavior. What karma has she created?
It depends on his or her intention. As the Buddha said, Cetanaham bhikkhve kammam vadami, I declare volition as karma. If he or she cause others suffer intentionally, so it will be bad karma. If he or she has no bad intention, just because of heedlessness, it may not be strong one. Okay? Even anyway, we must be mindful or heedful all the time. Otherwise, we will do harm oneself and others.
Last question. What is the most difficult thing? To be born as a human being or to attain stream enterer?
What is the most difficult thing? To be born as human?
Which one? To be born as a human is most difficult, or to attain stream enterer is most difficult?
Both are very difficult.
Any more questions? Yes, or no? Okay, Bante. Dear Bante, I know that you have become a bhikkhu in 1999. I wish to know in which year you have attained the path knowledge.
Bhikkhu cannot give an answer.
That's all, Bante.
For about the second last question, I want to add some more. What is the most difficult one? To be born as human or to attain path knowledge? Every morning after having breakfast, morning meal, Buddha gave an admonishment to all the bhikkhus, those who approached him. Manusata bhavo dunlabo. It is rare to be born as human. Also, it is rare to hear the Buddha's teachings, Saddhamma Savana. It is rare to hear the Buddha's Dhamma. It is rare opportunity to practice the Dhamma. Also, it is rare that the Buddha appears in the world. That's why, even though it is very difficult to be reborn as humans, among those who were born as humans, many are those who can't hear the Dharma. Few are those who can get this opportunity. Many are those who don't believe in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Many are those who hold wrong view. Few are those who hold right view. Many are those who don't believe in karma and its result. Few are those who believe in karma and its result. Many are those who don't know the value of practicing meditation. Also, among those who know the value of practicing meditation, few are those who engage practicing meditation. Among those who practice meditation, few are those who realize the Dharma. That's why few are those who attain path and fruition knowledge.
Bhante, next question. Can Bhante please explain more? Through training of morality, we come to know more the impurity of the mind.
Hey, please repeat it.
So can Bhante please explain? Through training of morality, we come to know more about the impurity of the mind.
Okay. What is the question?
Can Bhante please explain? Through training of morality, we come to know more the impurity of the mind.
Already explained. But if you practically practice the training of morality, the more you practice, the more you come to know the purity of bodily and verbal actions. And the more you come to know the purity of these two actions, the more you come to know the impurity of your mental actions. It is practical what you can be aware if you practically practice. What I want to suggest, if you want to understand, do practice practically, and then you will really understand it. So I want to complete the rare opportunity because I forgot some point. So the Buddha said, Appamadena bhikkhve sambadita Buddha bhado dunlabo loka sami Manusata bhavo dunlabo Dunlaba saddha sampati Pabijita bhavo dunlabo Saddhama sawana ati dunlaba. This is what the Buddha gave admonishment to the bhikkhus every morning. Buddha bhado dunlabo loka sami. The appearance of the Buddha in the world is very rare. Manusata bhavo dunlabo. Being born as human, to be born as human is very rare. It is rare to be born as human. Dunlaba saddha sampati. Saddha sampati. The one who has faith on the Buddha, Dharma and Sangha is rare. Pabijita bhavo dunlabo. To be ordained person is very rare. Saddhama sawana ati dunlaba. It is rare to hear the Dharma. Now many of you are getting this rare opportunity. So don't miss such great opportunity and maintain this opportunity and make an effort for the realization of the Dhamma in this very life, to see the Buddha. One more.
It's very short. It is saying that after attaining first path perfection, knowledge, one will be reborn for at least 7 times. I have heard 2 versions of the explanation. So does it mean after this life he can be reborn for at most 7 times? Or after this life he can be reborn for at most 6 times?
7 times.
This
Not more than 7 times. It is at most. Some are less than 7 times.
But does it include this life?
No, this is already. Finish?
Yes, finish.
Question and answer is better, I think.
Thank you, Bhante, for answering the questions.
You will share Mary's turn today. Repeat after me. Idam me punyam, asawakaya, vaham hotu, idam me punyam, nibbanasa, pacayo, hotu, mama punya bagam, sabak satanam, Ajimi, Desabe, Desamam, Punya Bagam, Lebantu,